HPCC Systems provides many different authentication methods such as LDAP and HTPasswd and local and some others, but starting with version 6.0, we've added a framework for software developers to implement their own security managers that will work directly with HPCC systems. What you have to do basically is implement a shared object library that implements our interface and create an XSD file that describes the parameters that are unique to your configuration manager. You would then package those in a manner that could be installed on top of our HPC systems, and when done correctly, when you run our configuration manager, it'll automatically appear as an available security system for the user to select. As an example of how this works, we've taken the HTPasswd security manager and converted it to a plug-in. Now, although you don't have to run an install on that one, it's part of HPCC Systems. Just keep in mind that you'll have to create an installer for it. So I'm going to demonstrate HTPasswd and what it looks like. I've got the configuration manager already running here, so I'm just going to start the configuration manager here. What I'm going to do is generate a new environment file using the wizard, because really the only thing I'm interested in showing you guys is how to enable the security manager. So just give it a name. Use localhost. I'm just going to accept the defaults for everything. So now we're going to go into the advanced view. This is where you're going to see on the left-hand side all the hardware and software components that come out of the box with the default HPCC configuration. First thing to do is give yourself write access, because we're going to be modifying it. And then when you right-click on software, under new components, you're going to see at the bottom an HTPasswd security manager. This is how yours will appear if implemented as a custom plugin. And then when you select it, it's going to use the XSD file that you provided to list all of the parameters unique to your security manager plugin. Now, some of these are required. The library name, where you implemented it, is of course required. The factory name, which will create an instance of your security manager. Usually it's just create instance. You could create multiple ones if you wanted to dynamically instantiate different versions of your security manager. And this one is unique to HTPasswd. It's just the location of the password file. So mine is in varlib. And then you save it. And so for HTPasswd, that's all there is as far as configuring the service itself. Now you want to bind it to your ESP. So you select that and go to your Authentication tab. And the method here is going to describe all the ways that we have available in HPCC, such as LDAP, which we discussed. And here's the one you just created, the Security Manager plugin. So if you select that, then now the configuration manager knows of it and it's aware of it for you to bind to your services. Now, one of the things that we added in 6.0 is the ability to bind security manager per service. In the past, you just pick one and it applied to everything. But I'll show you why in a minute, but you do it on a per binding basis now. Save your configuration, and that's all that should be required. So let's say you wanted to have some different behaviors on different services with respect to security. What you could do, in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a copy of my HTPasswd security manager, and I'm going to customize it a little bit. Maybe you want a different HTPasswd file, different set of users for a different service. You probably wouldn't do it this way, but this demonstrates the point. So what you could do now is go back to your service bindings, and let me scroll this over. You could pick, it's going to scroll for me. You could pick the other one for this service. So now you'll see 2 different flavors of the Security Manager bound to 2 different services. So then all you do when you're done is save, deploy your configuration file to all your nodes as normal, start the HPCC service, make sure everything is up and running. If not, look at your ESP log file and see if there were some problems with security managers. If not, then you're up and running, and that's all there is to it. Thank you.